She's got these buffalo jeans. It's like, how am I supposed to concentrate?
Her mom's all her life. Sorry. Okay. I don't know. I'm just gonna apologize. Okay.
Where's my phone?
I don't know, but we need
It's
it.
in my pocket. It's supposed to be charging.
So we are live on Facebook and YouTube.
YouTube.
We are going to have a live auction. So to make this work, we need you at home and here to hit share so people can see it. Yes, you can hear my obnoxious voice. So you can hit share if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Here, I'm going to hit share twice. Maybe that will make people see it more.
Or just keep hitting share.
I will just keep hitting share. Yeah, I'm like big clapping and like, woo! Yeah, see, that was awesome. Thanks, guys. It is packed. You are gonna want to share the live feed to even get a chance at any of this amazing artwork. Trust me. So yes, thank you. We are going to start the live auction. I know it's just so exciting. Everyone's like, yeah, so exciting. Yeah, okay. So we're live. We're share the live feed. There's already 5 people from home.
Oh, that's good.
That's awesome.
That's 100% of the people from the first.
So it means we didn't scare them away too badly. So how we do this? You see the screen. If you're watching from home, there's a phone number 403-629-7424. You can either text that number with your bids, or
403-629-7424.
Or you can, if you're here, you can bid from live. So we're going to start putting pieces up, and then we just bid on them. And so half the money is artists at their minimum bid. Half the money from sales goes to the house just to pay rent and all that good stuff. And then half goes to the artist. And it's always the artist setting their own minimum bids. All of Rich's and all of mine and all of Felix's goes directly into the rent. And we are very appreciative of everyone who joins us every week. Let's show Felix's first. We learned something new today. Well, I did. I don't know if anyone else did. But this is Piano Cat. And Felix is teaching us memes. And then Leanne sent Piano Cat to us so we didn't have to, because it was really funny, because added layer to this, we were like, what's Piano Cat? And Felix like, look it up. It's just like so teenager all of a sudden. And then Leanne helped us out and shared the meme with us. And so it's cute little notes all over the place. And Leanne's my boss. So it's like,
but she is
she's boss, and she helps us out a lot. She does the between Leanne and Gina from home, they do lots of good research for us when we're like, I'm curious about this, and then we just get answers. And it's like, if we were a show, like that would be a pretty fun show to watch. Just like ask a question randomly and then people answer for you. So this, if you're seeing the back of a cat playing piano, this is what you would see. So we're going to show the kiddos work first. I would say, what do you say opening bid for Felix's?
$1 million.
$1 million opening bid for Felix. And mom bids $1 million. So, hey! $2 million. Oh, it's the highest bid we ever got. Oh, $5 million. See, we should just, this is so much fun. See, that's how it's done, people. Okay. Well, that's just going to go going once, going twice, because I don't think we can top $5 million.
Don't outbid me.
$6 million. Oh, my goodness. Oh, so good. Okay. See, that's it. That's exactly
awesome?
It. Yeah.
You know what'd be super awesome?
Wait.
So we don't really pay $6 million for that piece, but we're online, and Revenue Canada calls us up and starts out here. Scratch my back.
So, but actually, I think we're gonna start $5 minimum bid. $5 for a Piano Cat, and we'll even share you the meme.
Me. The dad did.
I said 10 before you did.
She said 10. is currently at $15. Also, this is a special one because Felix painted it with
It really is special.
a finger paintbrush. He taped it to his finger and worked all night diligently with this one paintbrush. The bionic boy.
To tell you the
Legit.
truth, I didn't look at it carefully enough.
It
the
is
first
really
time,
thoughtful.
and I really like what he's done here, and it's really
It's-
quite magic. And
The composition's so cute. Like,
yeah, but that's the thing. He's got such great composition.
He
that
does.
The last week as well, he was painting ninjas, and I thought it looked like a beautiful. When you look into a tree and you see the sunlight shining through the tree, I'm like, wow, this looks like leaves in a tree. And he's like, no, it's ninjas, and I was like, oh my god, it is.
and no, it
And I
was
just had that moment with this as well.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't perceive the detail in the piano and the cat and those musical notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
it's really good. So it's currently
I also had this moment today
15.
where all my high school kids in art just start blossoming off of each other. So I have this weird thing where I don't really teach them so much as I farm art at school. I just get the ground fertilized, I get the art supplies out, and I try not to mess them up. And one kid will go through a leap, and we'll go like September 27th, and nobody's done anything good. September 28th, they all just blossom.
Yeah.
And there was 3 kids in my class doing stuff that I did in my early 20s. And I was like, man, I didn't do that till I was 20. And now you're 16 doing what I did when I was 20. I kind of secretly hate you. And then I said to this kid, I was like, wow, that's really cool. I didn't do that till I was 20. And she's like, basically, she did a painting of the hallway, but she took all the colors of the rainbow and built them up kind of Cezanne style into integrated colors from a distance. And that was something that I did with pencil crayons. Maybe I was 17, my first year at ACAD. But I was like, wow, I didn't do that till art school. And she's like, well, I learned it from you, Mr. Taylor. And I was like, I wish I had a Mr. Taylor.
Right? No, it's so true.
I didn't have a Mr. Taylor.
Next.
Okay, next. Dusty does beautiful weavings. And this is a belt woven by Dusty Gomery. It is adjustable. It could also be a strap. Could be like, it's really magical. There's some really nice D rings. It's just really lovely. The patterning is gorgeous. And she used a 2-heddle loom. Please correct me, Dusty, if I'm saying all of these things wrong. But I love learning from you about the weaving. So the opening is $20 for this beautiful belt / strap / beautiful creation by Dusty.
/
Please text 403-629-7424.
403-629-7424.
Yeah, there, beautiful.
Also, we have figure drawing tomorrow night. Which is very nice. 7 to 9, $20 if you can drop in. The colors are so beautiful. There you go. So $20 is the opening bid for Dusty's beautiful belt. Also, Dusty is this wonderful $25 for Dusty's belt to Kelly.
Kelly. Thanks, Kelly. Also, not only does Dusty do wonderful weavings, but this is encaustic painting. And it's called Get Out of Bed, You Daisy Head. And the encaustic has this great texture because it's built up pigmented wax. And so it's like you're painting almost with melted wax. Opening $20. It's wired on the back, ready to hang, and little for all of us with full houses full of art.
No, I was just sharing this link because this stupid look at my face. I'm like, I know that happens to you all the time.
It catches the worst
I
moment.
literally never feel bad for you because you're so pretty and you're like looking less than perfect. It's like a joy for me.
I'm just going to keep showing artwork. Okay, so this is by Amanda. Amanda always
Also,
joins.
when you say you look silly, you look gorgeous. I'm just going to say that straight up. Like,
Sometimes I just look silly, though. Amanda! This is Amanda. Always making artwork up at the front there. So amazing. Amazing support. Acrylic on canvas. Beautiful koi. Opening. $30 for this lovely canvas. Beautiful. $30 opening bid by Amanda. There's 11 people online. That's huge.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you very much. Text 403-629-7424 with a bid.
That's
Please
403
give your
629
name
7424.
and your bid and what you're bidding on.
403 629 7424.
I'll bid $20 on that flower.
Flower? That's so nice.
It was opening bid 20.
20.
I'll bid
$20 to Debbie. 20 to Debbie. 4 Dusties. That's so nice. Okay, good. Also, if there's any Sailor Moon fans in the audience, this is by Alox. Opening bid is $30. It's mixed media and it's ready to hang. $30 opening bid. Sailor Moon-esque with a nice moon. It's very beautiful. I don't know where Rich is. Okay. Now, Rich, are you getting what piece? Do you want to put in a piece? Yeah.
What is it?
Should I put in another piece until you come back here?
Sorry, what?
Should I put in another piece until you come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need me?
No, I'm good. I was just gonna put up one of yours next, but then I'll just wait till you're back here. Okay. Hi, Fiona. And Dusty and Kelly are joining us there. All right. I'm so sorry. What is your girlfriend's name? Allie. So this is by Allie. And this is the first time she's putting it in or second time she's putting a piece in, not it. First time putting a piece in the auction. Yay! And maybe if Allie sees this live feed from home at another time even. Thank you. Oh, yeah! Hi, Allie! Yay!
So,
So,
where the water in the back came from?
what water? Is it on the floor?
What's that?
Oh, Felix was bringing paint water, so maybe and I heard him go, like that. So maybe
Gotcha.
it's paint water. This is by Allie. Opening bid is $30 and is beautifully varnished, is beautifully painted. Hi, she said hi. Yay. Okay, that's so fun. So,
What did you say I did?
to Allie. Allie painted this beautiful painting. Opening is $30. And if you would like to bid on Allie's piece,
I just needed to
yeah, it's so lovely. Text or bid, it is $30 opening bid for this lovely piece. It's on a beautiful canvas. There is the I'm old. Her name's on the back. Is this Instagram connections on the back?
Yeah, both for Instagram, so drawing and photography. Drawing one ended up getting kind of like locked out temporarily, so I don't know if we're gonna get back to it.
Oh, that's okay. This is so beautiful. So then you have ways of seeing other works by Allie on the Instagram. This is called Thermal Nudes. Hashtag Thermal Nudes. Sorry, I'm so old. I don't know.
It's based on a TikTok trend.
That's really awesome. I love that. Rich has started a TikTok doing art videos. So he has Ray-Ban stories and he does art making TikToks. So it's very wonderful. So he has become less old than me.
That's not how that works.
I think that's how it works. Okay, so I'm going to check Rich's phone. in
Actually,
case-
wasn't. My phone's plugged in. It's right there. Is
Can
that
I
all your
see?
phone?
I just wanted to make sure people aren't bidding or see if they're
Gotcha.
bidding.
Online bits.
What were you going to say?
I don't know. I think I was going to talk about TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, look, that's one of the posts.
We skipped Snapchat. So we were doing YouTube and Facebook, and then there was a generation gap between my grade 11s and 12s. They're like, "Yo, Teru, only old people use Facebook,"
Yo, Teru.
and that
They're
was
also from Brooklyn. They're also... I love when you do the Brooklyn accent. I love it.
okay. But listen,
I love it.
they weren't being from Brooklyn. That's just my voice.
I know.
Probably autism.
What's your TikTok?
It's Rich Teru, but I spelt it wrong, or maybe there already was a Rich Teru. So I think you take the E out. Let me tell you what it is. I don't know if I was in a rush or if I got bumped out of my actual name. I went. Also, can you change the name of your TikTok? It's Rich, THROUX without the E. And I currently have 278 followers. No, I'm following 278 people. I have 179 followers. I have 1,434 likes. And does it tell me how many movies I put up? So I'm not actually really sure how TikTok works yet.
I think you're doing very good. Okay, this is by Alex, and you've been here before, right? Yay! Big round of applause for Alex. So, opening bid for this lovely piece is $20. This is acrylic on canvas, and this is called Journey to the End of the Earth. Would you like to talk about any of your inspiration?
My inspiration for the piece originally came from a book called The Immortal Secrets of Nicholas Flamel. It's like this story about adventure and like mythology and stuff.
Cool.
And there's a moment where they get to see the Yggdrasil, the Viking world tree, or the Nordic world tree, and it kind of inspired that piece.
That's really beautiful. It's really lovely. Look at the adventure.
Love it. Is that a baobab?
No, it's the world tree.
Is the world tree a baobab?
Maybe.
Okay.
Viking tree.
It's a Viking.
I'm not sure what type of tree the Yggdrasil tree actually is.
So big stuff.
It would probably be a tree that they were familiar with in Norse mythology. And then when we talk about the baobab, that is from The Little Prince, and that is growing in Africa, which
$20.
yay! Yay! Thanks, Mom. It's really beautiful. We have this storybook game that is about adventure, and this kid climbs into this painting that he finds in his attic, and it's like a board game that you can play, and this reminds me of the imagery. There's like creatures and like flower creatures and crystals, and you have to put stuff in your backpack before you go. It's a really fun game. It's really fun, and that's what this reminds me of. So beautiful. It's currently at $20 to Debbie. Ash. Thank you for looking. See, we ask and then people just find the answers and we get infinitely more intelligent. That is a nice Ash. Okay.
They've been saying that since the dawn of time.
Oh my gosh. I love the color theme of this one too. This is by Alex as well, opening also $20, and it's called Poppy. It is really lovely. The color scheme is just so wonderful. So if you would like to bid on this piece, text or yell out. It is $20 opening bid. Actually, I'm going to bid 20 on this one. $20 to Jessica.
Actually, who did that?
No, that's Alex. Yeah, that's Alex's.
We
Yeah.
actually varnished them using the spray Mod Podge.
Oh, nice. Okay, because it looks really sharp. Oh, that's interesting.
Don't they look kind of similar?
Yeah.
Wait, hold it to the camera. Do you want to put them in together?
No, it's already. I bought this one. I'm buying or bid on this one. So this one is $20 to me, but you can outbid me. Please don't. Not because I always feel bad. Okay, so okay. Also, look at this nice color scheme. This also would go with that beautiful color schemes. Look, that would look nice too if you bid on Allie's. And this is by Kelly. This is by Kelly. It's called Ocean Void. It is a pour painting, and the opening is. Oh no, Kelly, what's the opening? I know you put it up on the. Oh, it's in my phone. I will look. Kelly. $65 starting bid. Thank you, Kelly. There you go. Okay. Ding.
$60 opening.
60. $60 opening. So the detailing is really lovely. So she's been experimenting with the pores for a long time. Lovely. Bless you. You know what else Kelly explores? Animatronics. So Halloween is coming up, and this little beast has a Halloween. Okay, so there's moss and like glow in the dark spiders all over him. Also, he has but we should also say we're not ripping off Disney because this guy's name is something else. Malka. So she does kind of fun things.
I think that's fine.
I think so.
I think if you were to take a toy and repurpose it into a piece of artwork, but that toy was programmed with Disney copyright content, I think that's valid.
I think so too. Also, it's called Malka. And you know what's fun? Is that
He blinks and he's got glasses.
Kelly brings things that are otherwise completely dead and she fixed the voice box.
I'm gonna
Rule it all. But Kelly fixes and brings these things back to life. I think that's really lovely. Right? I know.
Okay. We'll get to play whenever we want.
Oh, how do I turn the monkey's eyes on? There's also a and so also there's a whistles is the monkey, and it's like when we talk about it's also kind of interesting because Kelly integrates lots of like concept into her work. It's like that monkey on your back, like the idea of like addiction or the idea of these things that fall. The computer just turned on by itself.
I didn't touch it.
What is happening? No, I know. There are things happening that I don't know how to stop. Yeah. It worked. No, Mom, you didn't. I know. It just
My head did this like this, and then it
Did this also come on?
no, just the computer.
Okay,
It's $104 opening bid for this magic. Also, I love that Malka has the proper reading glasses on. Like then,
exactly.
right? Then doesn't get a sore headache from reading. From reading. Also, the joys just never stop coming. There is a goodie bag. Goodie
Is
bag.
it an hour?
I was turning.
Put that on
Sorry.
you.
I was
Okay,
turning.
next.
Okay. No, because if you go trick or treating, then you have a bag. Okay. Rich Teru,
What?
do you have paintings to
I
show
have
us?
so many paintings to sell tonight.
Okay.
I'm gonna sell all my paintings.
What am I going to start with? The record player?
What? Sure.
Did you? I didn't even see Coltrane.
I did Coltrane as
Oh my
well.
gosh. Okay. Oh, you're going to do the lights, my dear?
The lights? Sure. I was just moving this out of the way. What am I doing to the lights?
I don't know. I think people
Do you want me to change the lights?
should see how awesome this is.
Okay.
So, Rich Teru had this beautiful Panasonic
That
Stackomatic.
was my mom's.
It was his mom's from the 70s and
It was from the 60s.
60s. And it was in the gallery at Gorilla House. And there's this horribly tragic story about the needles. So
That I cried about.
there's 2 needles in the whole universe.
In the 90s, I got my hands on the last record needle for
Because it was for this one, because
Yeah.
it had
and I think it was $300 for the last needle because
Yeah.
they just weren't making
Pickle
them.
stylus.
And
Right.
the last time my mom babysat for us, she was putting Felix to bed, and I put a Queen album on for her, and she didn't notice that the record didn't turn off.
automatic.
And what?
Yeah, it didn't turn off
Yeah,
automatically.
and the record needle ran on the paper of the Queen album all night long. So I got up in the morning and I heard this like And I looked, and the needle had worn a path through the paper on the record. I was like, well, first of all, I'm never listening to this record again, not because it's ruined, because I hate it for ruining my stereo. And then secondly, the needle was ruined. Now, here's the other part to this, though, is I had had this record player since I was about 12 years old. It was kind of wrapped up in the basement. No one was using it. They bought a plastic record player from Canadian Tire that had lights on it. And the old wooden one was discarded. So I had this record player in my bedroom from when I was 12 to when I moved out of the house. Sometime after I moved out of the house, they started looking for it. Like, where's the record player? I was like, I'm not giving that back. So I'd had it my whole life. But by the time we opened up Gorilla House, I felt like, well, I've been carrying this record player around and the last needle in the universe for so long. What I decided was to take my records and my record player and use them for sound until it died, right? Because that was like the year before records started making a comeback. They were just
It's so easy to
see
find
Crosley's come
material
out
now,
the year
yeah.
after that, yeah. And so it was kind of like I let go of this like clutch that I had holding onto the record player my whole life. And I did forget that Good Looking Daniel flipped the needle one day and it went flying off the machine. We repaired it, that's fine. But 7 years later, after I'd pulled out my record player, and just like every time I played a record, I thought this might be the last time I hear one of my records. And my mom wrecks the needle. I'm like, it's not that bad. I still have one needle left, which made me think I might have it for 7 more years. I went into the storage room. I took out this little plastic container where I'd been lugging this needle around since the 90s. I opened it up and realized, oh shit, I already replaced this needle. And so it was gone.
He sat on the bed and just cried
I
for
just
a little
started
bit.
weeping.
Do you still have it?
The record player, I gave it back to my dad. And actually, since we've given it back to my dad, we found that Blackbird Records has a whole
The
wall
stylus
of
that is,
videos.
yeah,
They're back
yeah.
and easy to get a hold of. So I don't need it anymore because we've replaced it. But this was a really important machine that kept me going when.
I love how you captured it. So it's just like such an intimate painting of something. Like it just doesn't seem like a random record player. Like it really feels like a portrait to me. Like, you know, this
Are you
is.
still painting?
What are we doing?
Rich is turning off all the lights, not to be creepy, but to show this in black light. Oh, sorry, I turned that.
Sorry. Oh, I'm being creepy, all right.
Creepier than that.
Just comes around with a mask on.
Yeah, that would be extra funny.
I'm not turning all the lights up for the rest of the night. I'm just turning off enough that that when we put the lights back on, we can kind of. Are you ready for the black light?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Can you turn it towards me?
Yeah, so
Is it on camera?
Yeah, it's perfect.
So this one's pretty fun because one of the things that I really has anybody ever had like their old grandpa had one of those old cars in like the 1950s dashboard at nighttime? Do you know what I mean by that? This particular record player had a pretty wild and amazing.
Look, it looks like the record's turning.
Yeah, had a pretty amazing and wild
That's awesome.
lighting system inside the record.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if this matters to you or not, but I also these are on matching boards that I painted so they could go together. They don't have to go together. We just put the light on so that we kind of. This is the before. That would be Jessica listening to the record. And this is with the black light. I actually haven't seen this yet. I sort of saw it a little bit, but I'm hoping it works. There she is. So,
Nice highlights.
yeah, Alox came and asked if I was doing a painting for iTunes. Kind of the opposite of iTunes, really. This is your sitting
Analog.
in the living room, listening to your records painting. And then I also have Coltrane down there if we can.
So it's like the record player, the person listening to the record, and this is the record.
And I haven't seen
Coltrane
this at
listening,
all
playing.
in blacklight. It might be a bit of a gong show.
That's cool.
So you don't have to have a blacklight to own these paintings. Though it's pretty fun. We have some blacklights sort of strategically planted around our apartment.
It's really beautiful. What is your opening bids?
$5.
Each?
Sure, yeah. I for any.
For any, please text or bid for any of these. So remember, these are all
629.
these are all open bids. So this is Allie's opening 30. This one's currently at 20. This one's currently at 20. This is opening. And the 2 record pieces. Yeah, and they're on really nice frames. Shout out to Jack who donated some pieces to the canvases to the or panels to the place here.
Are those koi?
Yeah, opening $20 by Amanda.
Do they have a bid yet?
No.
I thought you said 30.
30.
Oh, opening 30. Sorry. Thanks
Yeah.
for
I'll do
30 to Marlo. Thanks, Marlo. This is a lovely piece by Amanda.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Absolutely lovely.
So good. Just love that.
Can I do 50 on Rich's record player?
50 to Rishma. Thank you. It is so like it just feels like you could flip that button, that switch. Like if there's something so like I really feel
There's
like
also,
it's
if you
magic.
do use the TikTok, a short film about its.
I do not use it.
Is it also
I'll
on
send
Instagram?
you also on Instagram. There's a short film where I made this, and it's kind of funny because sometimes when I'm making films and painting, you sort of feel like you're doing this, like there's this thing kind of in your face. And what's neat about this is I did it with a ruler, which I don't usually do.
Yeah, you
But I sat there with a ruler and I sort of estimated the vanishing points and I sketched it out, which I don't really do either.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of like it got so tight. I did a really, really tight drawing underneath it. And then like part of me just hated it on the inside. And then I thought, okay, I got this tight drawing, which kind of becomes like the practice for it. And then I took out the black and I just started like with a big fat brush, just dropping in huge value strokes all over the place and filled in most of the painting. And it got really loose really fast. And what I like about this is I was indicating here where the numbers and letters would go later on when I got around to painting the numbers and letters for the radio band. And I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes as I stood back, I could almost read the numbers, which I haven't even painted yet. But because they're in the right spot.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, they bleed with your eyes and they work. So I didn't get to the details of putting those numbers in, but somehow they kind of worked. So,
Yeah. I love that. So that one's currently at $50. I see Jordan with us. I wanted to show
Poppy, please.
one of
Can I see the Poppy one online? I just missed it. Poppies. I'll get you, my pretty.
right, and her eyes are closed. It could be like, did you have an inspiration behind this one? I didn't even ask you.
There was an artist who showed in the TD Art and Design Space Gallery, and she kind of had like a tutorial night where she was teaching us how to do portraits.
Cool.
And I basically like took inspiration from a couple of her works.
Cool. Yeah, because her eyes are closed, and that scene in The Wizard of Oz comes to mind for me. So it's cool, like when you get your inspiration from somewhere, and then other people will have their own interpretations to their stories. Very nice. So yeah, if you'd like to text or bid, this one is currently at $20. And Jordan's watching. This is opening at $150. It is a really, I was just looking at all of the intricacies. There's like a screaming lion that says punk rock, and then there's a screaming bear, and you can just hear them screaming back and forth to each other. And then there's like lots of cool imagery all around. A crying bird, some awesome outfits and jewels, and it's also like lacquered really beautifully. So this is open. You can see the sheen. So opening $150 for this one.
Can I see?
Epic punk rock collage assemblage.
Nice.
Yeah. This one is Why Me? It is a night scene. So I really liked when we went to the Glenbow. There's this really great show of I always mix up. Was it Emily Carr? And there's like
Georgia
a
O'Keeffe.
see, I always mix up. Okay, George O'Keeffe, because it was a cityscape. I always get it mixed up because I knew it was one
Maybe Emily
person,
Carr also had a painting like that though.
but it was George
It
O'Keeffe.
was Georgia
Yeah.
O'Keeffe.
So George O'Keeffe had these really beautiful night scenes, and oh, cool. Jordan said that she drew the cartoon skulls on the collage. Very cool. So Jordan has the drawings and collage pieces in here. Thanks for I love the feedback. Everyone can take part in their own way then. So yeah, we went to see the show, and there was a bunch of men doing these cityscapes and it was beautiful abstracts. And then Georgia O'Keeffe was part of this group, and she was really just really beautiful, poignant cityscapes. And every time we drive out of downtown down 8th Ave, and then I look back and the sun's coming up, and it's this exact
Is it 6th Ave?
it's 8th Ave, and it's this exact scene that I saw in her paintings. And so I've done this scene like a bunch of times. Like it's this this 1 point perspective, the lights, but this one is the moon. Mom has the one. No, you have the tapestry that Richard did of a watercolor that I did, that Rich got. You have it. We have it in our house. But it's the same. I just love that scene of like the disappearing buildings and the moon, and it's such a beautiful. And she abstracted it so gorgeous.
Because I also like 6th Ave for that reason.
Also, yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at 8th because this is the one we drive out all the time. So I always look back when
Driving out of 8th Ave.
out of downtown. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like when I look back, it's so beautiful.
Doesn't 8th Ave drive into the where are you talking about?
Like we get in our car and then we stop here because I usually forget something here. And then I'm leaving the gallery to get into the car, and I look back into downtown, and it's this
Looking into 8th
perfect,
Ave.
yeah,
Gotcha.
perfect scene. And then I'm like,
'Cause there's
and then
that
we get in
alley
our
on
car.
behind 8th Ave as well.
The alley too. Yeah.
We should go on a walking.
There's
tour
so
of
many
downtown.
beautiful scenes. Like, and then when you see the beautiful, like just
When I was
those
a
back
courier-
alleys, like
When I
it's
was a
so
bike
cool.
courier, I remember I saw so much good art
$5.
because I was going into the buildings. No, it's in your pocket.
Oh.
I was going into the buildings, and I remember collecting a map in my head of actually, this is a long time ago, and that Richard Halliday painting that I really liked
Yes.
had still been there at the building at the end of our block. There was a Richard Halliday painting, and for years I thought about
We had a heist planned out, an art heist. I was going to be a distraction, and we were going to get it off the wall. It was just in the front part there. Leanne bids $10 on the headphone
that's
painting.
Nice. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
I'm just gonna be like awkwardly. How long ago did the sound go?
Leanne bid the headphones.
How much was it?
Yes. Jordan, you can definitely pick up your work anytime. Perfect. Okay. Good. Next, Patty brought a mood rock. It says mood rock on the bottom, and I'll show you why in a second. Mood rock. This is also varnished very nicely. So if you are feeling particularly lovely, you can throw up the peace sign, and it can sit on your desk and be like, yeah. But then if you want people to leave you alone, you can turn it around and you get a different finger. And then on the top, it's the most excellent eyeball.
So there's all these super cute pictures of
Opening $10.
Felix doing this all summer, and I thought he was being edgy. And then, like, finally, I thought I better tell him. So, like, I can't remember what he was doing, but he's like doing this in the picture. And I'm like, do you know what that means? And he's like, yeah, peace sign. I'm like, let's just go for a little walk. And I told him, and I honestly thought he was being cheeky by doing the peace sign this way. And probably like kids at his school are doing the peace sign like this, and he thought it was the peace sign. But I'm like, when I told him what it meant, he was really like, Dad, I would never. And it's super cute, but. He also looked super cool pulling it off. He looked like Sid Vicious.
Is that? Did you say opening bid was 5 for that night building?
Night, yeah, $5.
They do 10 on that,
$10 Turishma for the night scene.
and I think 25 for the blues piece.
And 25. This one for
Yeah.
Coltrane? Beautiful. Grishma has
Are
this
you
one
single-handedly keeping this open?
for $25.
I love this place.
Thank you.
Clarification, the number is 403-629-7424, right?
403-629-7424.
Awesome.
403-629-7424. Hey, keep
was
this
Okay.
in your pocket. Okay?
403-629-7424.
403-629-7424. It might not be dinging, so you're gonna have to
I'm going to
it.
check it right now. Mood Rock
Mood
is by
Rock.
Patty. Okay. We are all in the same boat.
Just a quick reminder, we are doing figure drawing on Thursdays.
Yes, we have our model lined up for tomorrow, 7 to 9. We are here doing figure drawing. We got a bid from Mark with a C, bidding $75 on the record player.
Ooh, what are you gonna do about that?
Wow.
Oh, to Mark with a C.
Well, I guess I'll have to say 80 then.
Oh, Mark. It is currently at 80 to Rishma.
It is a pretty magic piece.
It is.
I appreciate that.
Can we show it one more time?
I really-
Play it
What I
again.
remember was living in an apartment that was 1 foot around bigger than the bed I had. I lived in an apartment that was, I had a king size bed that was made out of 2 bunk bed mattresses and 16 milk crates. And the only thing I had room for in that apartment was this record player, which I carried to, I think, like 19 homes when I was kind of couch surfing. And I had no TV. There was literally room for 1 human body around the bed. I moved into this place. It was in the Librook Manor. And it was such a cool apartment, but I moved in. I remember I was looking for a place like desperate, like I did, and I didn't have very much money. It was when I first started teaching, and it was within my price range. But I looked, I thought, wow, that's a tiny living room. I quickly glanced at the kitchen, dropped my rent down. End of the month, I got to move in, and somehow I didn't realize I was looking at the whole apartment. Like it was. I remember thinking my living room
Yeah.
wasn't really big enough.
Everything was connected.
I remember thinking my living room wasn't quite big enough for much more than a chair. And it wasn't until like a month later when I moved in that I processed that that tiny little room was the whole apartment. There wasn't like a second bedroom somewhere. And I don't know why. I guess my brain just thought,
You're in a rush.
why
and
didn't I look at
stress.
the bedroom? But there's a tiny, tiny, tiny living room. The kitchen was about the size of 2 fridges. So there's basically a fridge, a stove, and room for a body. And it didn't have a bath. It had an upright shower. So the bathroom was basically shower next to the toilet. The entire apartment, including the walls in the kitchen, the bathroom, I think was 16 feet by 16 feet. The only thing that kept me sane in that space was this light, the light that came out of this record player. So.
Aw.
You knew that you're
And my Sonny
Yeah.
Rollins albums. I stole all my records from my mom. Luckily, my mom had awesome taste, and then she forgot about music, so I had all these wicked old records. And now Jess and I, most of our lifetime investment goes into vinyl.
Yeah.
But it was the lights that came out of it that really, really,
That is magic.
whatever gets you through the night
This is also by Patty.
is all right.
It's a little guarded gnome. And then on the
home without a gnome, everybody.
and then on the back, it's a little fairy sleeping. It's really cute.
Oh,
Isn't it so delicate and lovely?
I'm getting
It's cute. I like the fairies like under the rock. Oh man, that's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
So detailed.
Oh.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, it's so delicate. Patty was the opening for that other gnome rock. $10 as well? Okay, $10 as well. Little fairy / gnome rock.
I'll be 10.
10? Oh,
One of my friends who's watching wanted to see the two pieces. One was
you gotta put this in your
Alex piece,
pocket.
Alex?
and the other one was the Journey to the End of the Earth.
perfect. Thank you. So this is by Allie, and thank you, because when we show some of the ones earlier on, and then people log in, I'm appreciating you. Yes. So, okay. This is by Allie. Opening is $30 for this lovely piece. It is varnished, beautiful sheen. Actually, I remember because I remember the trend because the grade 9s last year started doing this with the chalk pastel, and they actually started getting a really good sense of the form, and I was very impressed. So this is lovely. Okay, perfect. So this is opening $30, and it's a really beautiful, like, just finish to the piece. It's a really beautiful piece. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to show Alex's other pieces here. Oh, I should show these ones too. It's right there. I'm looking. It's open, and I'm looking at it. Sorry, Marlo?
Do we have any Theo?
Yes, I will show
We
you.
have an entire library.
Yeah. So this is the Journey to the End of the Earth, a beautiful adventurer coming to the world tree, the crystals and the waterfalls. This one is currently at 20, is it, Galen?
Yeah.
Currently at 20. So you can bid anything over that. Also, Poppy
Copy.
is at 20
Copy.
as well.
Sleep.
I looked at your backdrop sound. Are you looking at
I
my
know
hand?
both.
Well, it just happens sometimes. Okay, Theo. Do you want to hand me that? Do you want to hand me that big envelope? Look through it. You just
All
pick
the
some.
stuff.
Okay, so this is a vintage 1997, February 10th to May 10th painting, Island Palace with Cloud and Sun. And I love this, and I'm personally happy to look at it all the time here. I love the water, the capped water, the green and blues, and then that castle on that island. Oh, palace. We looked up the difference between a palace and a castle last time. This is the knowledge we gained. A castle is fortified and a palace is not.
What does that mean?
So it means that the castle is more like rugged and can take attacks and has defense, and the palace is just like for show. It is so beautiful, and
You might
it's
have a
like
palace
bougie.
inside of
Yeah,
a-
it is
inside
not
of a
the
castle.
proletariat.
Buckingham.
Yeah, Bucking. Yeah, exactly. And I also love the clouds. This is opening at $40, and it's on beautiful watercolor illustration board.
And there's this.
And there's this.
That's what I was just talking about. My high school kids were doing.
Cool. Building. This is June 2001.
And that's Theo?
This is also Theo.
So different.
So this is, yeah, you can see like the watercolor and ink. And right, you can, and then it's cool because you can also see all of the different movements that he went through. Like the 90s were different than this, and then I'll try to find some different. We have lots of different time periods with him.
Bougie.
This is opening 30. It's on a watercolor paper. This is also like a darling small framed piece. So, oh, I got
Does
a
this
bit.
go back in the envelope?
This one can, because
Okay.
it's a.
I love this one.
I know, I do
I
too.
might borrow this for school. Well, not for tomorrow. I might borrow it for school on Friday. What about this one? February 28th, 2002.
2002.
To March
see?
31st, 2002.
So you can see, yeah, this is kind of like is it watercolor, pencil crayon, ink? Oh, this isn't pencil crayon, that's watercolor. The ink is really beautiful. Mountains and clouds. And then this small one is called Strange Sky, and it's from 2021.
Wow.
And it's very small, and it's framed in a very industrial, beautiful frame. And Theo, we were talking about, he's going to put a show up, and it's all going to be framed works. And like, this is kind of that
I need to borrow that one. Sorry.
edu-
School thing. A school thing.
Sorry? Yeah, on the blue wall. So, and it's all going to be framed pieces by him. So these pieces, when we show our like 2 hour, like more 2 hour pieces, and they're differently priced. This small one is, sorry, I hit my back on the thing, is $50 opening for this framed one. But then he also has pieces that he brings in that are small.
Wait a minute.
And are $10. Like this. This is from 95, 96. And this one, and you can see them up close. I can pass them to you here if you're here. This is called Landscape, whatever, probably around 1997. All written just like that on the back. And these are $10. So he is always talking about like the idea of value, and well, this is like a paragraph. Right angled prairie with sun peeking from window, inset. Otherwise, the sun gets disoriented and dizzy. December 27th, 1997 to January 12th, 1998. Poor sun would get disoriented. He has elaborate worlds in his artwork. These ones are a few more abstract ones. So you can see in 2017, he was getting a little bit more abstract with forms. Green and black, possibly purple, who knows?
Can I see?
I'll get $10 on that landscape. Now,
You know
or
what?
are they all landscape?
Yeah.
This
You
and
just
this one.
take those, yeah. Okay.
A what?
You can just
What do you
keep,
mean take them?
we'll just keep them, and if anyone bids more, you can
Okay.
give them back, but we can pass them around. Okay.
I'm pretty excited about my field trip tomorrow.
That's very exciting. He's going to Drumheller to draw with his kiddos.
Take my kids paint dinosaurs.
Are you going for fun? To Drumheller?
He's going
I'm
with
taking my students to for fun, yeah,
Nice.
and to draw.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, they're gonna do a cool thing where they go into a like an in service on, what do you call it for kids that do in services?
PD.
No, that's for us.
What do you mean?
When kids do like,
Workshops?
workshop, yeah, they're going to a workshop where they're gonna learn. Basically, they take the chemicals that are left over from the fossils.
Yeah.
And through the chemicals in the fossils, they're able to reverse process not so much DNA, but they're able to conceive of what. Oh, I can't remember how it was explained, but basically,
It's hard.
through the remnants of the fossils, they're able to reverse engineer and get to a certain kind of chemical process that will tell them that they have similar DNA as, say, this is a bad example, but a tiger, right? And so through these benchmarks, they're able to say, well, if this existed in this beast, then it's very likely that it's this color.
Yeah.
Based on creatures that are around now. So they can't see the skin of a dinosaur, but they can estimate what the skin might have been based on connecting it to modern animals.
Yeah.
And so to some extent, the way I say this is the kids are going to learn how scientists are using chemicals to reverse engineer an understanding of what color that dinosaur might have been. If I had more time, what I wanted to do was to have them do sketches of the dinosaurs there, come back, read the labels on the glazes on the clays, make little clay dinosaurs, and then so you're going from like science to chemistry to color to
Back
your
to-
memory to drawing to
Sculpting.
with clay
Back to chemistry.
to chemistry to color because you have to read the colors off of the. Anyways, it's not going to go that far. They're just going to do drawings, but it's pretty exciting. Fun.
But you know, if they get inspired, they might even want to sculpt that when
They go home. It's
exactly, right? That's a fun thing, is like they could be inspired and excited and then go
no,
back.
I'm inspired. I might go sculpt some dinosaurs.
Right? I think it's very fun. Right? This was a piece that was donated back to the space from Gorilla House. $10 opening.
What's it?
Let's see.
Guy.
Guys,
Guy smoking.
Right? Is this
Smoking
Elijah's?
guy. Why is it not
Is this
doing it?
Elijah's piece?
I think so. It looks like Elijah's work.
Yeah.
Mark bid 90. Mark with a C bid 90 on the record player.
Well, yeah.
Right, and then just so everyone knows, we should be starting to wrap up. So let's make sure we're. I'm holding some of Kevin's pieces.
Way to go, Kevin.
Kevin. So these are also
That's my
Blacklight
buddy at work. I told
Awesomeness.
Kevin, so that came out the
This
wrong
is
time.
opening $20. Kevin's also going to be having a show coming up probably in November soon. And this is also by Kevin,
Felix has a little
opening
sister named
20.
Lenny. And so my buddy at work, we torment each other all day, and I would say, "Way to go, Kevin!" And then Felix's little sister Lenny was on the phone when Felix was on the phone. I said, "How's it going, Lenny?"
Opening 20.
And she thought it was funny. She made me say it like 300 times.
Also
say
by
it again. How's it going, Lenny?
Lenny. And she just
kept
shrieked
laughing, like
with laughter.
squealing. Thought she was gonna break the phone with that laugh.
It was really cute.
But then if you do it one too many times, it's not funny anymore. Starts crying.
Oh, sorry. So there was Wolf and there was Magic Guy on the mountaintop with imagination. Magic Guy. And then there's, if you're stressed, maybe you want to be on a beach. It's also by
Biatch.
Kevin. And this is also by Kevin. Some northern lights with some nice trees underneath. So beautiful.
Can I do 100 on the record player?
100 on the record player to Rishma.
Ba, ba, ba. It's not just a record player.
Yeah, actually,
painting
I
on
feel
a
like we
record
should just
player
buy you one.
That
Like,
is also my soul.
it's also my
It's
soul.
all coming through. I can feel it.
You can't. It really feel like you can feel it. Yeah.
All the memories.
This is our last hope against the AI is painting with your whole soul.
Yes.
Trust that AI. Take the artist job.
Whole soul. Fun. Okay.
My publisher asked me if I wanted to contribute to a book on AI, and I was like, I'll do anything for you. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. I'm gonna have to do it. But it's an interesting premise she has. I really think that you have to embrace these things because they're gonna eat you anyway. So if you find a way to work around them or to use them,
Or with, yeah, it's like Picasso created cubism in the face of photos,
Yeah, right.
right? Like everything, new things come of it. This is also another rock by Patty. There's a cute dead tree on this side and a flying eyeball on this side.
that's the other thing that's gonna defeat AI.
Flying eyeballs
Flying
on rocks.
eyeballs, yeah.
Right?
This bizarre weirdness of
Exactly.
human
Of human like
creativity.
brains, right? Gosh. With one arm.
I also
Try
sort-
that, computer. They can't draw hands.
What artists starting out can.
Oh no, I mean the AI. Oh, true. You're saying that that's the starting artist. That's good. Sorry, I'm slow. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I never had a problem with hands.
I bought
And,
$10.
And I think the reason I thought it was okay to paint with hands, it was easy to paint hands, is because I always used my hand to study.
No.
The
How
Rock,
much? Yeah. She didn't.
$10.
Oh, $10. I think they were like
Yeah.
opening.
I thought I was zoning in.
Were you saying? I'm so sorry, Rich. Were you talking?
No, I was looking at your pocket.
My butt?
just the pocket.
Look!
So, a nice
This is also by Theo.
tab on the pocket.
It's called Waves.
Sure, you're looking.
What?
There's this funny picture of our wedding where like, and I was not doing this for effect.
Which one is it?
We're all going up
It's
on the
okay.
roof, and
Waves.
I was helping Jess up the ladder because she was carrying a caboose, and somebody
Carrying
snapped a photo
a
of me.
train
Just
on
the,
my-
one of the most like
Devilish smile. Impish.
devilish is a much nicer way of saying it. Look on my face.
Because you were helping me carry my dress up the ladder.
like
'cause-
always, bro. I turned into Dr. Marks.
It's cute.
I don't even know.
I'd much rather you like that than if you didn't care about, you know?
Thank you.
If you're like looking at someone else at our wedding, I would be like very sad. You know?
I don't know what there's another button. in the wall.
Look! Talking about butts! Bunny,
Once or twice a year,
bunny butts.
I'll be separated from Jess in the shopping mall, and I'll take this tiny little moment to check out another woman. Like, wow, that woman's also so beautiful. And then I'll suddenly realize, oh, that's my wife. So the 4 times I've glanced at another woman since I met her were her.
Clouds and
anyways.
bunnies. This is a very new one, 2023.
It's exhausting though. Sometimes I look at her and my eyes are tired from the beauty.
It's so cute.
Too much.
Okay, I think I'm gonna sing us a song and we're gonna go home.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I know what song. I'm gonna sing in everything. So
What can we do to really spark up this place again? Because
I
We've
think
been
this
through our
was
ups
very
and downs.
sparky.
are we on our way back up?
I don't know.
Okay.
Um,
We did meet like 500 people at
and
the,
some of them came today.
I
That was
know.
really nice.
and they left.
Then they left.
Are we going too late?
I don't know. Everything's perfect. I don't have a mic for this, so it might not sound. Oh, I do.
Do you need a mic?
Yeah, because it sounds
You'd
nice.
like a mic. What
It's
song
just-
are you doing?
Sounds like it's working.
There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, over land and sea, a little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one magic day, he passed my way. And while we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
So this is not okay, but sometimes this is useful.
His family under
So
the
there's nothing wrong with stickmen if they're proportioned right, and the important thing is that they have hips and a torso. Then your stickmen can be really useful in creating dynamic poses. I find I have a really hard time envisioning poses that I can't do, but say if I could walk on my hands, which I guess I can. I really love these kind of stickmen where I can find the shapes of things. But if you're fleshing out a figure, feel free to use your structure to create the images you want to make. I'm a big fan of learning the anatomy, so you learn all the muscles and all the bones inside. You have your skull and a neck. You need shoulders. A torso is a great idea. The hips, knees, ankles, feet, elbow, hands. Use your stick structures as an